No one ever expected what happened in the church few hours ago. Moment Bishop Oyedepo, the pastor of Winners, finally play out the prophecies of Nnamdi Kanu in the church. A lot of Biafran members that they have, many of his members are Biafrans. The moment they scream, moment they saw him making out the prophecy of Nnamdi Kanu, everywhere burst in church because nobody ever expected that Oyedepo can come this way. A lot of people are now seeing Nnamdi Kanu as prophet now. Now the prophecy that Nnamdi Kanu made that is coming through, Oyedepo finally played in his church. You will see things for yourself in this very video, so I would like you to stay connected to the end of this video. If you can share the video as you're watching it, just do it to share because I'm going to be playing you the full video. You will see things the way it goes. If you can share the video, share it. If you can't share it, just like it. Go to the comment section if you're a true lover of Nnamdi Kanu and if you're a true Biafran, drop a purple heart for Nnamdi Kanu. Just drop a love emoji for Nnamdi Kanu in the comment section. If you truly love this man, just stay connected to the end of the video. I'm coming back again. For those of you coming across this channel for the very first time, just endeavor click the red subscription button appearing on your video screen right now, and at the same time click the notification bell icon on the side so that whenever we drop a new video in few hours time, once you click the bell icon, YouTube will easily notify you. A lot of things is happening as far as the case of Nnamdi Kanu is concerned. Nnamdi Kanu have been through the court trial and all of that, but Kasala is boiling right now. A lot of people are now putting their attention on Nnamdi Kanu. The moment the prophecy that Nnamdi Kanu made few days ago finally come true. He made the prophecy of Benue, the Benue prophecy came true. He made the prophecy of Enugu prophecy came true, and even Abia State, the prophecy that Nnamdi Kanu made on Abia State came true, and making 3 consecutive prophecy that actually came true. Now a lot of attention is being done on Nnamdi Kanu, and a lot of people are now saying that this man is truly the Messiah of Nigeria and even the Messiah of Biafran. Every attention is focused on Nnamdi Kanu at the very moment. Even to the extent that Bishop Oyedepo finally played out the prophecy of Nnamdi Kanu in the church as a good. That's the bone of contention here. A lot of Nigerian pastors are now seeing this man as a true prophet because they never know that the prophecy that this man had made 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 4 years ago, everything is now playing out this year. Everything is playing out this year. Nobody ever expected that this kind of man can make a prophecy and to be coming true. Now I will play you the full video. You will see everything the way it goes in the church. Everybody was screaming. Everybody was screaming in joy. Moment this man play out the prophecy of Nnamdi Kanu in the church. So I would like guys to stay connected to the end of this video. If you can share the video as you're watching it, just do what to share it. Share it to different social media platforms. Let it go viral. And if you can share it, just like the video. Like it, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. If you're a true lover of Nnamdi Kanu, if you really love this man, drop your love emoji at the comment section. Drop a purple heart for Nnamdi Kanu in the comment section on this video. If you're a true Biafran and you love what this man and the cause that this man is fighting for, just drop a love emoji for him in the comment section on this video as well. Hold on. A lot of Nigerian pastors are be silent based on the matter of Nnamdi Kanu. Many big GOs, they never say anything as far as the matter of Nnamdi Kanu is concerned. But the moment they arrested Nnamdi Kanu, many of them came out to even make it known to the general public that yes, the cats have been arrested and all of that, so the rats can actually rest. Many of them came out to make different videos on Nnamdi Kanu, try to mock the fact that they actually arrested him. But since when Nnamdi Kanu have been languishing in the DSS detention, going to court from one judge to another and all of that, they refuse to say anything as regards this man arrest and all of that. But the moment the prophecy that he made on Benue, the moment it finally came true based on the Fulanis, the way the Fulani actually attacked Benue and brutalized a lot of people in cause of the attack and all of that, a lot of innocent people actually lost their life in their homes and all. And at the end of the day, it was recorded that over 200 people actually lost their life. Now, the same prophecy came from Benue, and as if that is not enough, a lot of people were thinking that should be a coincidence because they believe that someone can just talk and it can happen. They thought the Benue massacre and all of that the Fulani did based on Nnamdi Kanu word may be a coincidence. But look at what happened in Enugu and Abia again. Is that one to a coincidence? 3 consecutive prophecy coming through the same time. It's not even up to a month interval. The man said all these things. Now, a lot of Nigerian pastors have focused their attention on him, and Bishop Oyedepo is playing out the prophecy of Nnamdi Kanu. Now, they see this man as a true man of God. Even at this very moment, Israel is now putting their attention on Nnamdi Kanu. At the moment, you will notice that it was when the Benue massacre actually happened. That was when they sent delegates, international delegates, white people, to the courtroom to come and witness the trial of Nnamdi Kanu. That was when they sent delegates, and the delegates refused to grant any press conference or press interview until they go back to their country again. They didn't say anything to any media. Now, as the matter remains now, Nnamdi Kanu is on the top place right now because many Nigerian pastors are now developing interest. And you know what it means when Oyedepo develop interest on something. A lot of Nigerian pastors that are following him, big men of God, big GOs, big churches that actually follow him, they actually pull up their interest on it as well. Now, Nnamdi Kanu is not the topic of the day. They calling him Messiah now. It's not even a prophet. They're not calling him a prophet again. They're now calling him a Messiah. Now, a lot of people are crying on Nnamdi Kanu that he's the only one that can bring them out of this mess that the Fulanis and the Nigerian government have put them into. They're now pointing their attention on Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu should be released with immediate effect. That once they release him, he is the one that God have revealed these prophecies to for the past few years, and he's the one that can eradicate the atrocities and the terrorism of the Fulanis. Nnamdi Kanu said it. He said the Yorubas are now paying ransom to the Fulanis before they go to their farm in their land. Is it not happening? Is it not happening now? He has said that 5 years ago. Is it not happening today? Are they not paying ransom to the Fulanis? Are the Fulanis not flaunting the money on different media platforms and showing the money they collected from innocent Nigerians? Are they not doing that at the moment? Those are the questions that a lot of people are asking now. Let me play you what Bishop Oyedepo play at the church. First of all, sit in the way it goes. You will see everything the way it goes now. You will see what Nnamdi Kanu said. You will see the full video, and during the video, you will hear the conclusion of Bishop Oyedepo on the same course. Just stay connected. If you can share the video, share it. If you can share it, just like it. If you true Biafra, drop a love emoji for Nnamdi Kanu in the comment section on this video. If you really love this one, just stay connected. I'll come back again.
You must listen to me very, very attentively this evening, morning, afternoon, or night, depending on where you are. This was the man who was responsible, and this is the game that the Fulanis play all the time. This evening, we are going to ask ourselves, who are those responsible for making the lives of the people in misery? Who are those responsible for this fate, or should I say, the ceaselessness of terrorism in the zoo? Who is to blame? After every analysis, you will come to the inescapable conclusion that Fulani is to blame. But how they manage to convince all of you to look elsewhere for your problems or for the problems that they have created is something that I cannot begin to fathom. Jega said something very important. He said Nigeria's future is at stake because they now know we have gone into an alliance with our Oduduwa brethren, and they know that this breed of Oduduwa agitators is not like anything they have seen before. This very crop is serious about liberating Yoruba land from the damnable Zoological Republic. They know how fanatical we are about Biafra, so they are panicking, and Fulani will do what Fulani always does to try to dampen down the tension and try to convince you with warm words, to try to deflect and divert your attention away from the real culprits of the miserable state that the zoo is in. The very article that I'm sure that he co-authored is called Nigeria's Future at Stake Warns Jega, published by a zoo newspaper. Now listen very carefully, please. The former chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, from one Fulani man to another, because they need to control those who goes into power. His name is Professor Atahiru Jega. On Friday warned that Nigerians' future was at stake due to misgovernance. That is the word to note, misgovernance. In other words, misrule, corrupt leadership, inept leadership of Fulani mediocrity. He said misgovernance, which means that the country hasn't been governed properly. But this was the same man in concert with Obama decided to rig somebody they know is patently unfit into power in 2015. Luckily, the idiot died in 2017. And ever since, they have brought one plasticine after another with a hyper-reality face mask to deceive all of you gullible zoo animals. Out of fear and cowardice, of course, none of you ever rose up to point out the obvious. Only us. Misgovernance. What I want to ask Atahiru Jega is, who are those governing the zoo? Who is misgoverning the zoo? The same Fulani that they put into. He himself is a Fulani man. If you read this thing, you think he is blameless. He's got nothing to do with it. This was the man in cahoot with Obama and the rest of them decided to rig somebody they know is hopeless into power in 2015. Buhari, the late Buhari, was not an intellectual. He wasn't particularly an educated man. He didn't go to school. Of course, due to quota system, they kept pushing him because it's one of the few janjaweeds you can actually stitch two sentences together in English, albeit in broken English. He was promoted. He was a genocidist, was a murderer, a mass murderer and a killer who should have been tried in The Hague and jailed. But Britain, of course, is always there to save them. Britain is the godfather of Fulani people. They are there to ensure that the reign of mediocrity continues. They are there to ensure that Fulani's continuation in power is unimpeded. to also allow them unrestricted access to the natural resources we have in Biafra, which is mainly oil and gas. As simple as that. Everybody knows that. It's not hidden. Jega stated this. He was saying this at the inauguration of a 34-member policy advisory committee of the PRP, the old party of Aminu Kanu, People's Redemption Party, in Abuja on Friday. You know what he said? He asked Nigerians not to allow bad people to continue to misgovern the country by contributing to the electoral process. Now they want to shift your attention once again to go and vote. PVC, get your PVC, go and vote. When this idiot was the fool responsible for putting somebody they knew was so inept, somebody they knew was an ethnic jingoist, somebody they knew who was a bigot, somebody they know will entrench nepotism, somebody they know whose aim and mission is to Islamize, to finish the work that Othman Danfodio started. They knew all this, it was their plan. But look at how Jega very cleverly have removed himself to ask you, don't allow bad people. So if you're saying this in this day and age, in this era, in 2020, that means that bad people are in Asorok. That's what he's saying. Don't allow bad people to continue. It's simple English language. What he's trying to say is that there are bad people in Asorok. And if Buhari were to be alive, this idiot that put Buhari in power couldn't have been making such a statement. It is called common sense. Of course, it is quite elusive when it comes to black people. We don't reason very well. We don't put two and two together to give us four. Bad people, don't allow bad people to continue to misgovern. As I've been warning you over the years, every time they focus your eye on election, oh, maybe in 2023 you would elect somebody who is reasonable, who would turn things around, but then they will turn around and still tell you it's our turn in the north. We are born to rule, we must rule. And Britain, of course, will put their usual pressure. Those of you from the east will be bribed, those of you from the west will be blackmailed or cajoled into submission, and the Janjaweed will emerge from somewhere to become your president, to make your life a misery. Atahiru Jaga, you should contribute to the electoral process once again. So forget all your pains in 2020. In fact, in 2019, forget all your sufferings of 2020. Forget 2021. Forget if you may even live to see 2023. But please hope on 2023. Like those that will say, so the kingdom of heaven is very near. But they themselves, they are here with their private jets and having fun. They are here living in mansions, enjoying the heaven on this earth, but telling you to hope that heaven is coming. The same thing they are doing. These are the people that have stolen so much money to advance Fulani Janjaweedism across the entire zoo. Look at how he's coming out to speak, so that the Western diplomats will read this thing and say, oh, he's a very good man. He is not for bad governance, but he was the one that insisted that Jonathan must leave office. Means that you are finished. Means that you're finished. Somebody saying here somewhere, which radio is off? They say it's off. Not yet working is off. Is work. I don't know what they're talking about. I know our radios are working. Please, I don't need any stupid distraction today. Are you following me? They want you to focus on election 2023. Maybe by then you will vote in a Messiah. This was the same people that told us that Buhari was a Messiah. He was coming to save everybody, to save everything. The idiot ended up making the zoo, Nigeria, the most terrorized country in Africa and number 3 in the whole world. This was an idiot that came into power claiming that they're going to turn everything around. With the help of Obama, with the help of Tinubu, they convinced them. And I'm very, very glad that all of finally, our people in the West, the Yoruba race, can now see that thing we have always seen, that nothing good can come out of these people. Nobody should sit on the fence. You must get into politics. You must get involved. You must be part of what we are doing. What is that nonsense that you're doing? Are you going to give us electricity? No, let us assume for 1 second that this should stand. Who is going to build roads? Is it that one that they build one column, they pour concrete into on top of rods, and they say they have built a bridge? Is this the pace of development that you need or you require to absorb all those who are graduating from universities? Or have all of you all of a sudden accepted that you will go to school, get a degree, but you will never work in your life, or you never practice that very discipline that you studied in school? I don't want idiots to listen to me tonight. I want people who are reasonable, people that have got some semblance of gumption, people who can actually sit down and analyze things. Mediocrity upon mediocrity, that is what you're saddled with. And this man talking is Fulani. This man talking is the same idiot responsible for fostering the same bad people on all of you. He is referring to Garba. I don't know who is the leader of the cabal. I think they're afraid to announce the death of Mama Daura. So I don't know who the leader of the cabal is. Because I can curse you and you will die. That's as simple as that. I don't know who. I think maybe it's El Rufai. I'm not too sure. Or maybe they are fronting Garba Shehu. Nobody's quite sure as to who is now controlling the cabal, because there is no president, there is no vice, there is no chief of army staff. That is taken. That is a fact. It is gospel. He is now referring to them as bad people. I want all of you that still, this was the man that INEC used to rig the late Buhari into power. This was the man that was conniving with Cameron, conniving with Obama to make sure that an Islamist ascends into the throne of governance in the zoo in Asorok. The late dead Buhari, who is now lying in a shallow grave in Saudi Arabia, which nobody can dispute. No sensible human being can dispute. They have not even bet to you. This is the man now that the same fool and the same people that tricked you into the mess you're in, the same man that gave you high petrol price, kerosene, everything, making your life a misery, is now coming to you and telling you, let's get rid of black people. Whereas his own account in Dubai is overflowing with hard currency, and is there, and you fools will listen as usual. But I thank heavens that people are now beginning to wake up. They can now wake up and smell the coffee. People are now realizing what we realized, or what we accepted or acknowledged very many years ago. That is the way they operate. He will not accept that they made a mess of everything. That is how the zoo operates. The nepotism, as I tweeted a few days ago, the nepotism by this present Fulani cabal, of which Atahiru Jega was those that instituted it in the first place. The Islamic terrorism sweeping through the zoo, Nigeria, they are all part of the plot to Islamize the zoo. It is their trickery, their takia. You know, they come and they trick you, they lie to you, they deceive you. Some of you fell for it. Those that call themselves Niger Delta, they fell for it. All the idiots have been falling for it. All their divide and rule. Middle Belt is suffering. Because as I'm on air this evening, I can tell you, those who are from Plateau State, those of Birom origin, go and ask them in Birom. Go and ask them before, because sometimes some of you don't know what people are suffering in the so-called North and even Middle Belt. You have no idea. In Birom, for instance, they have been telling them one Nigeria. Their leaders, oh, Biafra is the problem, and Igbo man is the problem. Oh, one Nigeria, one Nigeria, one Nigeria. And now today in Birom, in Plateau State, I am stating a fact. There is no Birom man or woman who is a local government chairman. They are all Fulani. This is something that I want people to understand. The more you agitate for one Nigeria, the more you campaign to keep Nigeria one, the more you are placing your ethnic group at risk of extinction. If you go to Birom, go to all the local government areas in Plateau State occupied by Birom people. If you go there now, you will see it for yourself. Your two naked eyes. Fulani have taken over. Even ordinary local government chairman, they cannot even get.
This is not a Fulani republic. This is Federal Republic of Nigeria. No tribe, whatever they are called, can ever claim ownership of this nation. We own this nation together. And claiming responsibility without any response from any authority. Para to say, I can smell your rat. First be the Fulani herdsmen. Senoko kakiko chanura eto bikataritinsia. Except I'm not serving God. This is your season of judgment. For rendering many children fatherless, your children are declared fatherless. Jopi, the battle against this agents of the devil is over tonight. I am the Lord, I say now. Causes you, I will come. That's the God we serve. For every innocent blood shed by these agents of the devil, their generations will never recover from it. Whether they be Christians, Muslims, enemies, every living soul belongs to my Father. All souls are mine. Responsibility for attempting the killing of a Christian governor. To make Karato and no statement from any quarters. Teko Tekiliaka, Pekin Troti, Zizuriamba, Kero Sekori Bekitania, and Aparike, Andre Tosia. It's over. And claiming responsibility without any response from any authority. Para to say, I can smell your rat.
This tells you all you need to know about the damnable zoological republic is being captured in this very letter. And I ask myself, if the information contained in this letter has been in the public domain, in the open, for decades, why would anybody be antagonistic towards IPOB? Why would anybody be against self-determination agitation by people that want to be free? That is something that I cannot get my head around. You have people who are from Biafra, from the east. You have people even from the west. You have people from the middle belt. That you even have some Biron people who are in the army and in the police looking for agitators to kill because of should I say, their backwardness. They don't know that their land has been taken over. There are Biron people who are in the army. There are Biron people who are in the police. If you ask them to go to MNA and shoot IPOB people, they go and they shoot. But their own village, their own local government has been taken over by the Fulani people. When I think of such people, I know that black people are intellectually deficient. I'm not insulting anybody. I am just stating the facts so you understand it. If what I'm saying is so painful, then you try and change. And Oduago, president to the Sultan of Sokoto, open letter to the Sultan of Sokoto, Abubakar Said, and the Fulani leaders. The Sultan of Sokoto and Fulani leader, His Eminence Al-Haji Abubakar Said. Now listen, the State of the Union. We must note first of all that is an anomaly. Nigeria is not a nation. It is a contraption. It has never been a nation. If you doubt me, please go to Google and Google the meaning of the word nation. That is why I keep saying that in Biafra land, we will build universities with caution. Because as I said last week, the Nigeria as a contraption is not advanced enough to have a university because people do not learn. If you know the meaning of a nation, there is no way anybody in their right senses would refer to the zoo, Nigeria, as a nation. It is not. Now, I'll read this letter for you. It says here, we write this letter to you considering your importance as the head of the Fulani people in Nigeria, the Sultan of Sokoto. He is. You are also the head of Fulani Muslims in Nigeria. Yes. He is also the head of every religious group. He is the head. He is also the head of all traditional rulers in Nigeria. Only Fulani. Nachinama, they move cattle from place to place. Now listen, it is our hope, according to this Odua group, to the Sultan, that you will be able to share the thoughts expressed here with the 7 million Fulani people in Nigeria through your traditional means of communication. Fulani people in Nigeria, they are not up to 10 million. Not up to 10 million. In a country of supposedly 200 million people. 7 million only is holding all of you hostage. You are all hostages, all of you. You have been kidnapped. Some of you may not have been kidnapped in the real sense of the word, like taking you away or raping you, Boko Haram raping you or whatever. No. Or like Leah Shuaibu, or impregnating you, converting you forcibly to Islam. No. But all of you in your homes right now listening, you are all victims of Fulani kidnapping. You have been kidnapped politically, kidnapped religiously, you've been kidnapped socially, you have been kidnapped economically. You are nothing. Fulani have reduced all of you to their level, to their Janjaweed level. That is what they have succeeded in doing. But unfortunately, some of you are too blind or poorly educated to understand it. I'll read the letter from Odua Group. Very, very interesting. I love it.
Thank you for staying connected, my great and wonderful viewers. You can hear everything that Bishop Oyedepo said in this very video. You can see that it is the same thing that Nnamdi Kanu be saying. That's what Bishop Oyedepo said again in this very video. But let me boss you. Do you know that the Fulanis actually threatened Bishop Oyedepo after this video? Do you remember that the Fulanis, they actually wrote letter from the northern part of Nigeria and they actually threatened the bishop in question? You can see what is happening, and the letter that the Fulani sent to him, he even read it on podium for all Nigerians to see what's happening. You can see that the same thing that Nnamdi Kanu, the same cause that Nnamdi Kanu will be fighting for, which a lot of Nigerian pastors have been turning blind eyes to. It is the same cause that Bishop Oyedepo actually fought for in this very video, and he made it known to the general public that the Fulanis did not own Nigeria, they did not own the country. The Fulanis are not claiming that they own Nigeria, that they're the first-class citizen of Nigeria, whereas nobody is the first-class citizen of the country. Nnamdi Kanu made it known to the general public that he will eradicate all the Fulanis from the forest of the Igbos. But they didn't really allow him to do that. And the Fulanis not postalizing everywhere in every region in Nigeria, not even in the Igbo and in the Yoruba and in the South and everywhere. They postalizing people, even in the northern part of Nigeria. They postalizing a lot of people. They claiming that they own Nigeria, and now, according to what Very Dark Man said, Very Dark Man actually showcased a particular map, and the map actually explained the fact that the Fulanis are trying to surround every region in Nigeria. They're trying to surround every region in Nigeria, and when they can do this successfully, you know what it means. You know that the place is not more a safe place for anyone again. And the government are pushing out the narrative that what is happening is not Fulani terrorism and Fulani attack. They say it is farmer headers class. Who is the farmers? Who are the farmers, rather? That's the question that a lot of people are actually asking. Who are the farmers? The people that the Fulani went to postalize in Benue, are they farmers? The people they went to their house to postalize in the middle of the night, are those people farmers? Those are the questions we're asking. The children, because according to the report, they postalize a lot of children in the Benue massacre. Are the children also farmers? Did they postalize them in the farm? Those are the questions that a lot of people are asking. These are not headers farmers clash. They should stop pushing a wrong narrative. These are Fulani terrorism, trying to invade places in Nigeria, and there is territorial terrorism. There is territorial invasion as well. Taking people's land by force, chasing people out of their houses and invading a place and occupying it. Those are the things that a lot of people are actually saying. We have never seen any situation where they arrested a Fulani man and they put the person up to court and the court sentenced the Fulani man to jail. We have never seen something like that. If you've seen it before, you can drop it at the comment section on this video. Drop it at the comment section. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how the court ruling goes. The only thing I noticed was when the Fulani man was actually postalized by a farmer, because according to the report, they said the farmer was attacked by the Fulani man, and the moment they raised one and they dragged it together, the farmer was able to overpower the Fulani man that attacked him first, and at the end of it, he postalized the Fulani man and they arrested the farmer and they pulled him up to jail. They sentenced the farmer, I think it was life sentence or maybe only a life sentence and all of that. For self-defense, just for a farmer to defend himself against a Fulani man attack, but they still sentenced the man. Look at what is actually happening. These are not headers farmers clash. Those are what Bishop Oyedepo is actually saying in this very video, and this is the same cause that Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for at the same time. The Fulanis need to be stopped by all means, and this is prior to the prophecies of Nnamdi Kanu. Everything that Nnamdi Kanu is saying now is not making sense to a lot of Nigerians, because a lot of Nigerians, they always turn a blind eyes to everything that Nnamdi Kanu has been saying. A lot of people actually agree that he's even a terrorist, because according to the narrative that they actually pushed out there, they call this man a terrorist, but this man have not really terrorized anywhere in Nigeria, according to the report that we gathered. The people that we can call terrorists are the Boko Haram, the ISWAP, and all of that. All those people that are terrorizing different places in Nigeria, throwing bombs. How many bombs have Nnamdi Kanu actually thrown? Those are the questions that a lot of people are asking. If you have thrown any number of bombs, you can let us know in the comment section of the video as well. I will stand for justice. That's what I will stand for. Now drop a opinion in the comment section on this video. The same thing that Bishop Oyedepo is saying in this very video is the same thing that Nnamdi Kanu will be fighting for. Drop a opinion. Feel free to share in the comment section.